Hi, we're back with session 4 now on this series of videos for students that are doing the web design course, and here's where we left off last time. We'd actually got to the point where we've got some basic styling in for our HTML document, and we've just copied that styling straight out of the learning guide so that you haven't put any of your own style or artistic abilities into force here yet. But of course, that's what you'll be doing very soon. But one of the things that I'm looking at here, though, is that we've got a menu, and the menu hasn't got any menu. So we need to do something about that. Now, if you look at those examples that I created, what I'd done was I'd actually broken this document up into 4 pages and then a links page, so that I had the first couple of paragraphs about styling in one particular page, and with a menu. The menu in this case is on the right hand side, but that doesn't matter. We're going to put ours on the left hand side to begin with. I had another menu as the footer. You can choose what you want to put in the footer, and we've got a header that we've still got to work on. But let's get on with this menu then. So if I go back to the document we're looking at again, we've got a vertical menu that's going to fit in here. Now, if I go back to my code, what we put in there was the area where the menu goes. So the menu goes here. That's where we've got to do something about this. Now, if we go back to the learning guide talks about, on page 22, talks about creating a vertical menu. And I commend you to read this so that you understand actually what we're doing here. I mean, the quick way is just to follow this video, but you're not really learning anything unless you look at that learning guide. So here we have the information that's gone into the sidebar. I'm going to copy this information out of here. So I'm taking the H3, the heading 3 menu word, and an unordered list that forms the menu here. So I'm going to copy this part out of here because we've already got our div class sidebar. I'm going to copy that, go back to my code again, and where I've put the menu goes here, I'm going to paste that in there. And that replaces that. And notice what we've got here. We've got a series, we've got this unordered list here, and then every list item has an opening and a closing tag. And within the list, it's got this A, which means anchor, href, which means hyperlink reference, and there is the name of the file we're going to reference to. Now, we haven't got these files yet, so these are going to be kind of meaningless yet. And so if I save this now, let's see what happens to our HTML document. So I'll refresh this now. And you can see here we've got the heading 3, which hasn't been styled, and we've got the menu, which hasn't been styled. But as I mouse over, you can see that they are actually going to be hyperlinks, even though they're going nowhere right now. So let's go back to the learning guide and see what we talk about further on down here. And here I've put in some styling for this menu. Now, again, you can copy this directly, but I'm going to know whether or not you've put your own styling in. So this is a kind of guide to get you started, and then hopefully you'll go back to each of these individual selectors and make your own decision about what you're going to put in there. And you may even choose to put other selectors in here. So I've copied that, and I'm going to go back to my notepad. I realize I've copied a bit too much there, so I've got a bit of extra stuff at the end of that. So I'll just paste this in and then go and delete this your page. Just make sure I didn't get any page numbers in this too. I don't know if sidebar, no, it doesn't look like it. So this is the new stuff that's gone in here. the styling for the sidebar, and it says with the unordered list I want no margin and no padding, and for the list items I want a margin left of 0, a padding of 6 pixels at the top, so that's the top. And if you read the learning guide once again, you'll work out what these things are. And we've got a dotted 1 pixel border at the bottom of each item, and then the links, instead of being the normal, we've got them as blue, but we don't want any text decoration, so that text decoration none actually refers to getting rid of the underline. And then on the hover it turns brown. So let's see now what happens with this. I'll save this now, go back to my HTML document, refresh this, and see how it's going. Okay, so you can see that there's a dotted line underneath each of these. There's a color change as you hover over it, and the menu now has a background color. The menu's in white with a background color of dark red or whatever it is. Okay, so we still have this pink color in the background of the sidebar, so I might go back to my styling here and go and look at that styling for the sidebar further up here that we put in, and I think I had another set of styling for that somewhere, did I? Oh, I know what I did. I think I put some styling in the actual HTML, so an inline style here, did I? Yeah, I did. So I'll get rid of this style background color pink because obviously it's pretty much irrelevant to this. And now if I save this and go back and refresh this, there we've got it actually yellow now. So obviously this might be a bit garish, or you'll make some decisions about how you're going to style this. But anyway, what we've got now at this point is a satisfactory menu that looks like it's going to work okay, and you can style your own menu in the way you want to. Just one little bit more I might have a look at here with that menu, with the sidebar specification here. I've got where's my sidebar for the whole sidebar div. So here's the div sidebar. Actually, I'll take out this background color yellow and border 1 pixel solid black, so I'll delete that from there. But notice here I've got this float left. Had I changed that to float right, and you can experiment with this yourself, it would actually appear on the right hand side of the div, but we'd need to change margins and things there too, so there's a little bit more to it. So I'll save this now and refresh this, and now we've got a nice clean menu with no background and no big pixels. The reason we've got these borders and the background colors here is to distinguish where these divs are. The chances are you're going to remove those colors altogether for your style. We don't want garish background colors in this document, I would suggest. But you can see it's really coming along now. Okay, that's the end of that video, and look out for the next one where we'll do putting some background image in.